Hey, what's up, Andrew? This is a quick demo video for you for your 89 Sabers Fallen V3. This is installed with a Proffie. It is a 2-button setup, so your big switch here will be your power. Your little tiny brass tactile here will be your auxiliary switch. You've got shadow foil props PCB in here for your Neopixel connector. And then what you want to do to get to the chassis is unscrew the handle. But before we do that, you asked for some weathering. So I went through on here. First, I stripped everything down because this does come with a bit of a coating on it that makes it hard to weather. So stripped it down with some oven cleaner. Went back and weathered it with some aluminum black. I don't like the blue hue that comes on the handle, so I stripped that color off as well. Went back and colored the handle black, but then wore it down. So it looks like, there was some wear and tear over time from it being held. As you can see, all the high spots on the handle are kind of worn off. Went through, before I painted the handle black again, I flared out some of this damage on the pommel with a torch. Flared that out a little bit, and then after I painted it, I went back and I hit the edges of all of that damage with a Dremel just to kind of actuate the actual damage that it was like just torn apart. All right, so that's what I did there. When you come over here and unscrew the handle, slide your handle off like that. You have a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker, and then I put a single Neopixel accent right in front of the speaker so that I can light up all of this damage. No matter what sound font you're on, it's going to look like a blue damaged broken circuitry. All right, so you showed me the proof of purchase for the Survivor 2 bundle from Kyberphonic, Kestis, and Blue Mamba, as well as all of the additional characters for that game. So everything is loaded on here for you, even the crossguard variations. All right, there is a copy of the config file on your SD card. This is your Proffie board sitting here. You do not have to lift it up to get to anything. SD card and USB access here. You have a kill switch right in front of the board. All right. It says Fallen Order in Arabic over here, and then Solo Sabers for me. That's kind of what I do here. And then you also have a removable battery setup. All right. So spring side is your negative side of your battery. I'm going back to saying that on every video because I've had a person or two where I forgot to say it and they fried the board because they put the battery in backwards. So this is not Saber specific. This is with every battery inside remote controls or whatever it is that you use in life that has a spring. One side is a spring for a battery. That is always for the negative side of the battery. All right, so we'll throw a battery in right now. Come over here and flip our switch.
I'm Cal, and this is BD1.
And then we'll throw our handle on. All right, just screw your handle all the way down. So you do have twist on. And you can see that broken circuitry light up in your pommel. So it will flicker on and off. This all lighting up. Saber is plenty loud. Auxiliary. Twist off, and if you don't want to use twist on, just come over here and tap power. And we'll twist it off and put a blade in this guy. So this takes a 1-inch diameter Neopixel blade. And then we'll lock it down real quick. The kit also comes with the appropriate Allen key, so you'll have all the tools that you need for that. All right, we can go to another one.
Cyan.
Just by hitting auxiliary. Cyan. This should be cyan crossguard.
Cyan crossguard.
They all do sound different.
Green. Green crossguard. Indigo.
Indigo.
Indigo crossguard. Magenta. Magenta crossguard.
We're going to get to the party blade, and I'm going to show you how to do that.
Orange. Orange crossguard. Purple. Purple crossguard. White. White crossguard. Yellow. Yellow crossguard. Red. Red crossguard. Party saber.
Now, a party saber. Now, you can technically do this little trick I'm going to show you on any of the sound fonts, right? But it's particularly made for the party blade. So, if you play the game, you know every time the blade keeps changing color. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to hold the auxiliary button down. And I'm just going to turn my wrist like this, and you'll hear an audible cue. You hear that? Now every time I swing the saber, it's going to change color. Now if you find a color, say this green, and you want to keep it on green, you can hold down the auxiliary button again and twist your wrist, and you've locked in that color. So now when I'm swinging it, it stays green, right? We'll do it again. Locked it in. All right, so that's how you work the party blade. And there's also a party saber crossguard.
Party crossguard.
Same thing.
Lord Vader.
Now we're back in. Now we've passed the Survivor 2 bundle, and we're into the actual character fonts.
Odakuna.
I forgot to mention, Blaster Bolt Deflex is just tapping auxiliary. But if you want blade lockup, you hold auxiliary down and hit the saber. You get blade locked up. Right?
Master Seer Junda.
Seer Junda.
Centauri. My name is Dagon Gera.
Two different Dagon Geras, right?
Jedi Knight Dagon Gera.
This is the Jedi Knight version, which is a yellow blade. So you can see no matter what color you're on, you'll keep the broken circuitry down here.
Ninth Sister. Blue.
Now we're back to the blue. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll take our blade out. And that is, that's basically your Fallen. We'll pop this right out. Whoops. I do have your blade plug also over here that I'll make sure it goes out into this in your package. The packaging that comes with this saber is not something that I can send out. It's made to package this guy up in 2 different pieces, but once I put the chassis in, the saber becomes too long for the box. So what I typically do is I just throw those away, make sure I package these really good and put them in a USPS box and ship them out. All right. So we'll take this handle off. Come over here and turn it on. And we'll use our kill switch to kill everything. All right. And when you want to take your battery out, come over here from the positive side by your speaker, and you should be able to pop it out with your finger. So that is basically your Fallen V3 by 89 Sabers. You bought this from CC Sabers. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will get this out in the mail to you by tomorrow. Thanks.